Charles, welcome. How are you?
Yes, hi, Mike. How are you?
Good, thank you. Good, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I know it's been a busy day. How tough a decision was this, Charles?
Well, you know, we've been working at it, and as you recall, we said we're going to entertain every option, and we're so happy and so fortunate to continue to be in the local area, and it's a beautiful building. I don't know if you had a chance to go there.
I have not been there. I have to go there next week for the net opener against the Knicks. I'm doing a show from there. I've never been in the building, but I got the idea it's not conducive to hockey. Does that worry you?
No, I think they have 14,500 good seats for hockey, and we were talking, Bruce Bratner and Brett Yomark and I were talking about, you know, there's a whole area there that we can do something with and probably get another 1,000 seats, and that's. Remember, Winnipeg, for example, which has been an outstanding success for the NHL, is 15,000 seats. The Nassau Coliseum is 16,000 plus some seats. So, you know, it's not that far off. We think that it works wonderfully. It's a beautiful bowl, the way it's shaped and all, and we think that's a great opportunity.
A couple of things. Number one, was there anything going on behind the scenes? I know you tried to exhaust every avenue to try and get them to get you a building. Was there anything that do you feel there was anything that could have been done to stay in Nassau County?
I think we've tried, and credit does go to Ed Mangano for what he had tried. I mean, he tried every which way. It just couldn't be done there. And the reasons are, you know, we've been at this thing for over 10 years, as you know, and somewhere along the line, and we said we run out of time. We have to have a home because when the lease expires, we have to have somewhere. And obviously, from where we possibly could build a new building would take 3 years. We know that, 30 months to be exact. So we had to make a decision. We were very fortunate to be able to move to Brooklyn. I think it's a win-win for everyone.
All right. Before I get to what Brooklyn will mean to the franchise, these next couple of years, how concerned are you to the idea of being a lame duck on Long Island with the franchise, number one, and number two, is there any way to get out of the lease early?
Okay. As far as being lame duck, it's, you know, again, our fan base extends all the way from Manhattan all the way out to Suffolk. So we know that for moving, obviously, about 20 some odd miles from the Coliseum toward west to Brooklyn, obviously there's going to be inconvenience. But again, the public transportation system is unbelievable. And today, I think when Mayor Bloomberg came from City Hall, it took him 18 minutes by subway. When Gary Bettman took him 25 minutes from the NHL headquarters. The trains to Long Island Railroad, you know, as the Nets has reached out to Long Island people too, to Nassau County, because Queens is obviously jump on a subway to Long Island Railroad. It's probably 35, 40 minutes. It's not, you know, it's not out of the question. And I think the product we're producing, we're working on in terms of what it is, I think it's just exciting hockey.
How about getting out of the lease early?
I don't know, and it isn't contemplated, obviously, and we will work with the.
Is it something you would want to do, or something you would attempt to do, or no?
I don't know, because we really haven't dwelled on that at all yet, obviously, because, you know, to get this deal done and everything, we wanted to get it done quickly. We've been working at it. As a matter of fact, we actually finished it this morning at 7-something in the morning, so you can imagine. Okay, it was really getting very close. We're excited about the possibilities. We obviously will look at all of those possibilities and look at as we start to work together, and you have a operation there run by Brett that's really first class.
What does it mean to the franchise to be in a new building with a far more favorable lease? What will that mean tangibly that you can explain to the fans what that will mean to your franchise?
I think there are two things going. We said 5 years ago we're going to rebuild, and we're going to rebuild primarily through the draft and through free agency where we felt the need and so forth. We tried a few free agents. We weren't very successful in attracting the very big names because they didn't want to play in Long Island. Okay, so we tried that route. We certainly now, as you probably know, and I'm sure you hear around the league, our prospects farm system, so forth, we have one of the better ones in the league right now. We have a whole load of talent there. They're doing well. So we have that. We believe that we will have the ability now to attract free agents much easier. So I think all of those things will play into it. We want to really be a factor in the league.